So now that's going to come alive and start with, they have some wonderful plans. New windows are being installed as we speak. Skylights are keeping the integrity and the history of that building. And it's going to be a wonderful renovation and addition, and more importantly, new jobs to the area.
And what is the status of this whole rebuilding of Torrington? I attended
The downtown?
Yes, the downtown rebuilding.
Well,
is that going to start soon? Or?
We certainly hope so.
We've been waiting, Bob, for those of us who are natives.
Yes.
Oh, I can't tell you how long we've been waiting, but we're going to get there.
Yeah,
but it's almost, everything's in place, right? The money has been allocated, and
well, I think Rose will answer all those questions.
Well,
I
it's
think
funny
she knows
because
better than I.
Many times when I meet with developers, they'll tell me, you know, you have great bones in this downtown. And it's true. Our buildings are magnificent. We have anchors, which are the Warner Theater, our economic driver downtown. We also have the beautifully, you know, renovated Nutmeg Conservatory. We're now having City Hall that's going to, just a referendum was passed, so that's going to have a lot of activity. The courthouse is coming. So it just seems like everything is in place to finally get it started. And what we're waiting for, the governor, it was wonderful. We are on the bond package. Now we just have to appear before the bond commission. And the first step is to do some engineering to Main Street and also do the financing for what's called the Municipal Development Plan, which in essence becomes an ordinance. And what that is, it's going to do a market study and show the economic feasibility. Okay, if we're going to bring in new retail or new restaurants or whatever it may be, what is it going to be that will be successful? Because more than anything, we want it to be a successful project.
Is there a time frame when something will actually start happening?
Well, the one time date that we're all very anxious is to appear before the bond commission. Once that happens and we have that first approval, then we can really start to get the ball rolling, and we'll see streetscape improvements right on Main Street. They'll do a study to see if we can do the diagonal parking, because that's the first step. How do we get Main Street to really start to be open towards new things? And that means taking care of that intersection that's a little bit, could be a little bit jarring if you're brand new to the area. You don't know when to turn.
Back in the 70s, urban renewal came in and basically destroyed Poughkeepsie. They came in with the bulldozers. It was like urban destruction. Then someone said, let's stop. Let's try and restore these old buildings. They're historic. They have quality. They have the need to maintain that. So,
and that's why, although it's taken a long time, I think we're doing it correctly.
Yes.
And I know we're all anxious and impatient, and we think, how long could this take?
Well, you know, I think that's the story. That's how historic preservation became such an issue, and how how important it was to many. It started out in Washington, D.C., and how the Main Street program was created because this urban renewal,
the bulldozers came in too fast.
Downtown.
It destroyed Poughkeepsie.
And we don't want that. No, we can't have that.
We want the historic to preserve our history.
Right.
And
so
we
that's
do
why
have gorgeous buildings.
We do, and that's why it's taking a little bit longer than we would have liked.
Take your time, no rush.
Yeah. Well,
the only thing is, Bob, we're not waiting, because we've been waiting for how many months for this bond package date.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the key.
We're anxiously waiting for that.
And I know the governor and the legislators and our legislative delegation are very supportive.
Oh, good. The work they're doing is wonderful.
It's just that we have to get that going. And of course, you know, wouldn't you know, the time frame would hit us when things are.
Well, the nice part about it, the city council voted to give $50,000 to the Torrington Development Corporation so they can get that started, some of that market analysis started, in anticipation that we will be reimbursed by the bonding. So we're trying to say, all right, we are waiting for some money from the state, but we have to do some of this on our own. And so towards that end, you know, we're keeping it going step by step.
And Bob, you're smart to see this and to be moving to this area and to have this marvelous project.
The property.
And the property, because good things really are going to happen.
Again, I've been on this property over 3 years, and it's still exciting to see how beautiful it is. It's an incredible place to be.
Yeah, so it's good because we all have to feel this way. I mean,
definitely.
We're going to face those challenges. Not everyone always agrees with some of this, because change is sometimes very, very hard. I can remember years ago, the Main Street Action Team proposed the Riverwalk. Oh my goodness. You know, because I remember what happened in San Antonio, Texas. It was nothing, and all of a sudden there was this phenomenal Riverwalk. And
they want to do that here in Torrington, right?
Yeah, and we tried to propose. Oh my gosh, I don't even remember when that was. I was on the city council, but hopefully that's part of the plan.
Exactly.
That is in the proposed plan for the Torrington Development Corporation.
Well, you had the success with the painted cows and pigs, whatever they were.
The bears.
The bears. Of course, we had oh, that was wonderful. A bear affair. Well, you're close. They're in West Hartford and Chicago and Europe probably, but and we are also having another success, and that is the purchasing of Ski's Diner. Yeah. Refurbishing it and moving it to the commuter lot at Route 44, Route 8, and making it a welcome and information center for all of Northwest Corner. Again, another historic piece that's on the historic registry, a 1926 Jerry O'Mahony diner, and I bet you've been following that too.
Yeah.
So we're not going to let that go.
And we received that grant.
Yes, we have.
To get also money for our gateways. So that will work in conjunction with a new welcome center. So all the gateways leading into Torrington will have beautiful signage and landscaping, and so we were fortunate to get a federal grant for that.
So things are working together. And you know, I just left a meeting of the Council of Elected Officials to share with them what was happening with our chamber and with the Economic Development Corporation for the region. And I said, you know what? It does boil down to one word, and that's called collaboration. We really do have to work together, and we have to be welcoming to ideas like yours, Bob, that are valuable and that will only enhance our city and make it attractive to people who can afford to live in such a beautiful area such as this. So let's just hope that the real estate market starts to turn around.
Maybe next month.
That would be great. I think people would love to hear that. Bob, what's the one thing that you love about what you're doing?
I love this work. It's creative. I enjoy it. I've done it for a lifetime. It's like not work. It's fun.
And Ruth, what is it you love about what you're doing?
Oh, just the possibilities that exist. I just look at Torrington, and every day I see something new happening and blossoming, and I think how exciting to be a part of it, a small part of it, and working with everyone to make Torrington and the place it could be, and the place it is now is pretty nice.
Yeah, it is pretty nice. And you know what I think is the best of all? And Bob, I hope as somebody who's moving into the area, you recognize we have wonderful people.
Oh,
it is the people.
That's our biggest asset.
We have people in this region who are amazing, and having worked all over the state, I always come home.
It's easy living here. There are no issues. It's relaxing.
You're right. You're right.
Where my experiences in Dutchess County, it was how could I put it nicely? It was difficult at best.
Well, we don't.
But I survived.
That.
I was always the last man standing.
All right, well,
I am a survivor.
Well, I hope you don't face those challenges here, but we are lucky. We have people who really care about one another. I had the opportunity to chat with a gentleman from another area who was going to another chamber event and commented on how impressed he was with people in this area. They care about each other. They respond to each other's needs. I mean, people are collecting food for your neighbors through United Way. I mean, people just respond here. So we really do care about one another. And we are welcoming, hopefully, Bob, to you and your wonderful Mount Pleasant Reserve, the Reserve at Mount Pleasant.
Right.
And that is on University Drive in Torrington. And we're just so delighted to have you. And I know you'll be working continually with the city and with Rose. And I hope the Chamber can do as much as possible to make your transition into this area.
Thank you.
Very welcoming and positive. Well, good. And thank you both so much for being on the show. I love it when we're talking about upbeat subjects, even in some challenging times. But together we can make this all happen.
Most definitely.
So great. Thank you so much, Bob, and thank you, Rose.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
That's it.